welcome to the New York Festival International Advertising Award 2016. We are at the Omni Berkshire Hotel in New York.
The New York Festivals is a wonderful festival and the jury is international, so there are people from all over the world, a very senior level, all at the, most people are chief creative officers at their agency, so a lot of great people to meet and also to judge the work with.
New York Festival was founded in 1957, and since now it's been recognized worldwide as a showcase of global creative excellence in advertising and creative communication.
I think this is the best way to evaluate the work, and I would hope the rest of the shows follow suit, and eventually this is the norm.
I've always believed that a show is only as good as its jury. So when you assemble 30 of the best creative minds in the industry in one place at one time, the output of that brain trust hopefully will be work that inspires everybody in the industry to try harder, informs and educates clients to really embrace creativity, and acts as a compass point for our industry moving forward.
One of the reasons it's the best part of the job is because of what you do get out of it. It reminds you of just how great this business is and how great the ideas are that are out there. It's just a constant reminder that just when you think you've exhausted the well, there's more out there. And I always leave refreshed and eager to get back and do new stuff and beat what I just saw.
I'm sure I speak on behalf of all of the judges when I say that it's good to see the New York Festivals is going into its next era so positively, and I'm sure having an executive jury of the caliber of some of the people that I've seen sitting around the table can only enhance that and take you to the next level speedily and decisively.
And I'm here with John Mescal, Global Executive Creative Director. Hi, John.
Hey, how you going? It's good to be here.
You're a jury member of the Executive Jury 2016 and the New York Festival. How is it to be here? Are you excited?
Yeah, it was a really good jury. You know, we argued a lot, we laughed a lot, we're really proud with the final list we made, particularly the grands. Everything there, any one of us would have loved to have made. It was a great process. It was really a lot of globalists on the jury, a lot of people who've worked in a lot of different parts of the world, so we got some great perspectives. And you know, I think also for a lot of the jury members, coming into New York City when they don't live here is kind of exciting for them too. Yeah. So it's great.
Let's remember the executive jury is made by international judges, and so you yourself are from Australia. You just told me that you moved here in New York City, so is it the first year you're part of this festival?
I've judged New York before, but you know, it changes every year. I mean, you know, I've done all the shows before, but you know, it's always exciting to do. It never gets old because it's, you know, you get to see the flow of the work. You know, you get to discuss work outside of the day-to-day working experience with some fabulous people. You learn from each other. You know, you make great friends from it. It's always a fabulous experience.
Yes, I totally agree. And then if there is a passion involved, is even better, right?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of passion in there. You know, I mean, look, you've got people who genuinely, you know, our names are on this. You know, we may not have created all the work there, but our names are on it. We're saying this is what we should aspire to do and to be as marketers and as advertising professionals. So we really care deeply about the work we select. So there's a lot of passion. No one's going through the motions. And, just because something's won somewhere before, it doesn't mean it automatically wins here. We look at every piece on its merit and discuss it and judge it accordingly.
Could you please give us a little bit, tell us a little bit of the conversation you had in the judging room? What was happening? There was discussion, argues.
Yeah, look, there were lots of discussions around the purpose of the work. We may love an idea, but we always ask, what is it in service of? Is this just a cool idea, or is it really solving a problem? And really trying to look into, the worth of the work in the world.
I think when you see something great, you know it.
It really is an unbelievable selection of jurors. I'm humbled to be part of it.
It's good to see the New York Festivals is going into its next era so positively.
And I'm here with Jim Smith. Hi, Jim. You are the founder of this amazing event, New York Festivals.
Yes, that's correct. Well, I wasn't the founder. I purchased the brand about 10 years ago and then completely reinvented it.
You started as an editor, I've heard. So can you please tell me a little bit more about your story and your career?
You're correct. I started as a commercial film editor. And you have to go back so far to think about what I did back there. But even at that point, I was changing things because I kind of see things differently. And when I started, it was a moviola where you would, I'd stand next to the moviola like this, and you were the client, and we could look and say, this is a good take, it's a bad take. Then about a year or two later, the big flatbed editing machines came along, and you were standing behind me, and I couldn't see your facial expression. And the face expresses maybe 75% of communications rather than just the words. You can raise an eyebrow, you can frown, you can, all that is very important. I couldn't see the agency people behind me, so I put a big mirror on the wall so I could look up and say, do you like this take? And I could see that. And then I moved into video. We built a big video studio, and I did the same thing where the clients, the agency people, and the editor would always be face-to-face editing. And that swept through the whole country. A lot of TV stations started doing face-to-face rather than, oh, this is a great way to communicate. So from my stand, not just from the creative side, but the innovation side. But at creative side, I'm doing all right too. I have a couple of Clio Awards and New York Festival trophies. When I was an editor.
New York Festival started in 1957. How did you get the inspiration?
Well, I took it over about 10 years ago because I had been retired at a very early age, and in about 5 years I was retired, and I think maybe my wife said, you got to get back to work because you're annoying everyone because you're retired. So she and I agreed to buy the New York Festivals and resurrect it into new life, change everything.
are back with our beautiful trofeo. As we said, looks like a building. One that is in Central Park, right? A specific one that is in like South Central Park. Beautiful, one of the, what I would like to leave basically. And it become a projector.
Well, the trophy in itself, it was designed by Stefan Sagmeister, so it's a kind of Art Deco piece of art and by a well-respected designer. And when we were collaborating together, we both hated those sticky nameplates on the front, and you can only have maybe 4 lines of information, 5. So we came up with potentially to project the 4 or 5 lines instead of having a nameplate on it. And then I started doing research, and I saw these video projectors, the LED projectors. So I started working in China to develop a video projector that would fit into the base.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Lisa Bennett, the Chief Creative Officer. Hi Lisa, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
So how is it to be a judge and be in the judging room?
Oh, it's a great experience. The New York Festivals is a wonderful festival, and the jury is international. So there are people from all over the world, a very senior level. All at the most people are chief creative officers at their agency. So a lot of great people to meet and also to judge the work with.
And when your career started?
Oh gosh, well, I started a long time ago, back when I was 22 years old. I worked at Leo Burnett in Chicago. That was my first job. And then from there, I went to DDB, and I became the Chief Creative Officer of the San Francisco office. And then I had a North American role within DDB. And now I'm at TM Advertising, which is part of McCann World Group. And we're based in Dallas, Texas.
Wow, what is your best achievement?
Gosh, I have to say that my best achievement was I was thrown into the role of creative director when I was 27. And so I was only 5 years into my job. Oh, there you go. So imagine being put into that position when everyone else that you were responsible now for overseeing, they were much more my seniors. So it wasn't easy, but it taught me a lot, and it taught me that the most important thing in this role is to really support people and champion the best ideas.
I agree, totally agree. So what is your creative icon?
Oh my gosh, creative icon. I have a few, but one of them I would say is Bill Bernbach. Having worked at DDB, I learned a lot about him, but he really was a maverick in our industry. He did things so differently. He was very brave. He put together creative teams for the first time, and he did the type of work that people had never seen before. He really pushed the envelope.
Yes, I agree. And what is a typical discussion in the judging room?
Okay. Oh, the discussion is actually the best part. We spend a few days just looking at work on our own and evaluating it and scoring it. But then when we get together to talk about the work, that's the most interesting conversation, because when you have people from different cultures that work at very different agencies and on different brands, everyone has a slightly different take on things, or it's very subjective. So to be able to hear from a group of your peers and people that you really respect quite a bit is probably the best part. And the discussion is usually around, does this make sense for this brand? Is this an idea that we haven't seen before, something that's very unique?
Well, I'm a sucker for a good headline, so when it said the best jury ever, I thought, well, I have to go. It was simple. Yeah, I need to be on that jury.
It's a group of people hopefully trying to make stuff better. Hopefully setting a bar that when we all go and look at the books when our brains have conked out at 3 in the morning, that we have a great body of work that helps inspire us to think about what's possible for our brands.
I think there's a substantial improvement in terms of, very, very good stuff, even twice as much this year.
Yes, there's quite a few pieces that I wish I had created.
It's a great idea. It's something that really matters.
I could go on for days about it. I didn't do it, so I'm jealous.
There's just been some really great ideas, and for me, I think that's really great to see.
And ultimately, for me, it's always, do I feel jealous? In a healthy way, and it makes me jealous. It makes me want to try harder to top that next time.
Big compliment to the colleagues who did that job.
What's up, cool people? Welcome back to Fancy Talks. You just saw the New Year Festival World Best International Advertising Award. I feel very honored because I had the chance to meet a lot of interesting people. It was really, really cool. Chief creative officers and the best of the best in the industry. So I couldn't ask for better. But now I wanted to integrate fashion because that's what Fancy Talk is all about, right? Fashion. So I wanted to integrate fashion with the advertising, the topic of this episode, today's episode. So why not to just like review all the iconic fashion advertising TV commercials that has fashion. Some of them are very old, so I had to pick them all like from like a long time ago. Some of them are from 2007, something like that, but you cannot forget them, like, because they're so iconic that yes, you just like, you'll see. You stick around, stay there, stand on your couch or whatever you are, just stay there. Let's just go ahead and watch the videos. I hope you guys like it. Don't miss the next episode next week. Always fashion glam related, so if you're a fashionista, you just can't miss it.
You keep saying you got something for me, and you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches, yeah. And what he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, Boots? Start walking.
Look at me, motherfuckers. How you doing tonight? I'm here to say something really fucking important. I'm sick and tired of seeing all those bitches fighting over all this distinction shit. I think what's important is authenticity, motherfuckers. That's what's for real. So now listen up. Some of you might not understand, think that we're all the same or not. Well, I tell you to go fuck off. Go somewhere else. Leave me alone, fucking naked here. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, pay attention to this. I'm wearing Burlington, and I'm fucking proud.
Burlington. It's a matter of detail.
Once I had a strange love, a mad sort of insane love, a love so fast and fierce I thought I'd die. Yes, once I had a strange love, a pure but very plain love, a love that burned like fire through a field. And once I had a strange love, a publicly acclaimed love, the kind of love that's seen in magazines. And then there was that strange love, that vulgar and profane love, the kind of love that we don't talk about. You see, I've had some strange love, some good, some bad, some plain love, some so-so love, and c'est la vie. But just let me proclaim love, that out of all this strange love, you're the strangest love I've ever known.
But I don't want to go. I want to stay. Please don't make me leave. You never let me do anything fun. I want to stay. I like it here. Those shoes are pretty. Please.
Want great bargains? It's all in the city.
you.